The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 161 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Bicycle Vintage Halloween Playing Cards from CollectiblePlayingCards.com. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Bicycle Vintage Halloween Playing Cards here in the standard glossy finish tuck box here. As you can see, it has a black base background here. It has the bicycle logo there in an orange colorway, and then you kind of get like the gradient here for the vintage Halloween here, and a yellow and orange gradient there. It says playing cards at the bottom here. And then you got like a house in the background here with the door, and then you got like the woman there handing out candy to the kids that are dressed up in their Halloween costumes there. And you got some Halloween decorations here on the bricks of the house there. On the side here, you got a little diamond pattern, and it says the United States Playing Card Company. Other side has that diamond pattern again, and it says Air Cushion Finish, made in the USA. On the bottom here, you got the collectible playing cards logo there. And then you got some corporate information. These are from 2022. On the back, you got a sneak peek of that back design here. For the seal here, you got a stamp style seal with a black background with the orange border, and then the pumpkin there in the middle. On the top, you got more of that diamond pattern there. On the inner tuck flap here, you got some corporate information. And the two inner tuck flaps are just that glossy black finish there. If we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box here, it's just plain white. Nothing too crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design here. Here we have a mirrored, borderless back design here. So there's no border here, so the color just goes all the way to the edge of the card here. And it's a fully inked back design. So with a fully inked back design, that means the edges could chip a little bit. It mostly happens with more like the black colored fully inked decks where they chip in the corners, but any fully inked deck can chip in the corners. Just depends on how much you use the cards here. But here's the back design here, and that you got like that diamond pattern here with some stars there. And then they're all different colors. You got some purples, like some dark purple, some light purple, some oranges, and some dark oranges there. And you got the big black like star there in the middle, and then some orange and purple and red stars there. And each of the diamonds have like different patterns. You kind of got like a cow pattern, and then like one of those like striped circles, and then some like other kind of striped, and some like little kind of like Swiss cheese almost, and then like a little spiral star there. Those little lines. And there's a mirrored back design, so you can flip the design over, and it's the same design in both directions there. And now for the cards you get with the deck here. Here we start with the first Joker here. It says Joker, Joker there in the nice big font there. Then you got a Joker there with a pumpkin on its head, and it's lit up like a jack-o'-lantern there. And then you got a second, almost identical Joker there, except for it says Joker, Joker in the big font in the red colorway instead of the black colorway there. And then you got there's a normal pumpkin there. Still jack-o'-lantern, just not lit up there. And then it has like the same kind of like outfit there, just less of a shadow, I guess. Because this one's like more of a nighttime pumpkin there, and that's like a daytime one, because this has a shadow and this one does not. Then you got a collectible playing cards ad card here with a black background and their logo right in the middle there. Just the back design on the back. And then for the last extra card here, you get a double backer of the back design here. And then for the custom ace of spades here, you got that nice big spade there in the middle. And it's kind of like a window kind of design there, like an orangey, like orange in the middle with the black like border there. And you got you got a cat like walking out of the spade there. And then for the rest of the spades here, they're like the normal size spade design there, but then they have these like little white kind of like tails. To me, they look like tails, like these little like extra like marks on them, like carved out. Should be like a tail kind of design there. And that goes throughout the rest of the spades here. Then we get to the court cards, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades here. They got those custom spade pips there in the corners there. And there's standard court cards, standard faces, standard design, just in that like different colorway here. So you got like a purpley, reddish, and orange and black kind of colorway there with a little bit of red there, which makes them like look slightly different. It's just a change up colorway there. So it's more of like a purple tint to the court cards here. Then we get the diamonds here. You got the standard red diamond color there, and pretty much a standard diamond here, other than that little like kind of tail design, a little curved tail design there within the diamonds here, and that goes through with the rest of the diamonds as well. And we got the court cards, Jack, Queen, and King of diamonds here. Standard court card, standard faces, just in that like changed up colorway here was like the reds, the blacks, the oranges, and the purple tint over the whole court card there. And we get to the clubs here, and the clubs are pretty standard club design, but have that like kind of like tail, kind of like a little curve, little design in it. We got the court cards here, Jack, Queen, and King of clubs. Standard court card, standard faces once again. And the change up colorway, those oranges, purples, reds, and blacks. And just with that purple tint over the whole court card there. And you got that kind of little curved tail design throughout the rest of the clubs. And then lastly, we get the hearts here, and they have that same curved little tail design here, and pretty standard looking heart there. And the court cards are the exact same as all the other three previous court cards, in that orangey, black, red, and purple colorway with that purple tint over the court card there. And then you got that, most of the hearts have that little tail kind of little design there. Now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. So yeah, we'll start with the springs here. You can definitely tell the cards are like a thicker stock because like they're fully inked on the back here. The back of the card's fully inked here. So that could like make the card slightly thicker of a card here. They're a little bit thicker. They're not like the super bendiest card. So you do have to put a little bit of pressure into it to get them to spring here. But they spring pretty smoothly once you get them to spring. They're nice and smooth. So no real issues with the springs other than the fact that they're kind of stiff. But they're newer, like new out of the box. So they will be a little bit stiff. So the more you use them, the more they can break in and get more like softer here to like easier bend to bend. But other than that, they're pretty smooth for the springs. Now time for the fans. And you've got that like purple like diamond there in the corner, so it kind of makes a little bit of a purple kind of design there. On top of that like beige colorway that I forgot to mention. It's kind of like a beige, tan kind of colorway for the back design. And the stock and finish is the United States Playing Card Company, like USPCC Aircraft Finish, because it's headed on the side of the box there. So these will handle fantastic. As you can see, they spread nice and evenly here. You can see most of the pips and numbers here. There's no stickiness or clumpiness to the cards whatsoever. And they're nice and consistent overall. And they feel fantastic. Now time for the Pharaoh. As you can see, I kind of messed up the like Pharaoh there a little bit. But they still interlocked and weaved flawlessly there for the part that did weave together. And they felt pretty smooth there. So I'll just redo that. So I can actually get a nice, good looking one. Yeah, they interlocked and weaved flawlessly there. So no issues there. They nice and smooth. Now time for a giant fan of the back design. Now time for that reverse ferrule. The reverse ferrule is not as smooth. I kind of just push them together to get them to interlock and weave. But they interlocked and weaved flawlessly there once again. No issues with the weaving. Now time for a giant fan of the faces. Now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, there's no issues with the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles here. They're nice and consistent and really smooth. We got a nice smooth riffle there. And the bridges are nice and smooth and soft there. And so no issues with the riffle shuffles and bridge shuffles. They're nice and smooth. Now time for the packet cuts. Well, for being practically brand new cards, I'm only taking out of the box like once. The packet cuts feel pretty smooth here, and they don't feel slippery at all, like they're going to slide out of my hands. Some cards you use, like they just want to slide out of your hands like constantly, but these feel nice and smooth, and they don't feel like they're going to slide out of my hands at all. Now time for the one-handed cut, or Charlier cut. Other than just that one, but the whole packet kind of slid out of my hand there. Now time for the dribble. And these cuts are slightly thicker, so you will get a nice dribble with them. You get the nice clickiness to it. Well, overall, the dribbles feel nice and smooth here, and they're nice and consistent. No issues with the dribbles. Now time for the spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, Not a terrible, not a bad looking deck here. Bicycle has made an interesting deck here. If you're a fan of Halloween, then this is a deck for you. If you're a fan of custom bicycle decks, then this is one I would recommend picking up. It has an interesting back design here with all those different colored diamonds there, and there's like stars there. And then you got the slightly custom faces here, like a standard but custom at the same time here. With those like all the pips having that like those cutouts there within it, and then you got like the purplish tint, like the vintage colors, Halloween colors for the court cards there. And then you got there's the Jokers here. That's like the Joker body with a pumpkin head for the Halloween feel there, and the handling. They feel fantastic here. Slightly on the slightly thicker side, not overly like thick of a card, but they're definitely thicker because of that fully inked back design there. But other than that, the handling is fantastic and nice and smooth here. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this deck review. This has been day 161 of your daily deck review, and this has been the Bicycle Vintage Halloween Playing Cards from Collectible Playing Cards. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.